Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Watson now to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Complete to Kelly. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, it's Watson. Going up top. This is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. Being chased out left. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, and it's third and short.
Brings up third down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 8.
Check it back.
Gun.
Now Newton on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Well, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Hey, check.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, and he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. From the 50, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. A shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On 1st down, Burns. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Newton flush to his right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of...
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
We got to step it up.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing again is Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Give me something. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Butker on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Panthers 28, Texans 7. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
8.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On 2nd and 10. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, line up, line up. Time to go.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Time to go.
Watson throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
52.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Watson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gregory. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Panthers 42, Texans 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
54 is down. He's coming.
Right there. 54. 54, Mike.
From the gun, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
50 seconds to Mike.
Check.
Hey, 59.
On third down, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try to.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flush to his right. They still can't get him. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brian Burns in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Kill.
Back to throw, Watson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans claw one back. Extra point, good by Aguayo. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
20. Great.
Throwing is Newton. Flushed out right. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw again on second down. Newton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have...
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, let's get in that hose.
Gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All day, dog.
Great.
To throw again. Newton forced out to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Watson, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. And he will find his man on the outside. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. From the end zone, Watson. And Thomas has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. Now a first down throw. Watson. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Carolina. 61 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
And my goodness, another interception. And a loose football. And it's a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. And this will be caught at the 30. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A big play there for the Panthers. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Dancing to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 14. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.